Hello there. This is a teaching on sales invoice and ledger postings. So we want to see how you will calculate the sales invoice value. And then how will you post it into the sales daybook, which is the book of prime entry that you post your invoices into. And the nice sweet question, what ledger account would you debit and credit in order to account for the sales invoice? It says to us then, a sales invoice is being prepared for credit sales for 15 chopping boards at £19.80 per set and 20 knives at £15.45 each to THS Limited, subject to a trade discount of 5%, which took place on the 15th of June 20x1. The business charges VAT at a standard rate on all its products. Calculate the amounts to be included in the invoice. And it says to me clearly, net amount before discount, net amount after discount. So you have to calculate the total amount first, and then you calculate the discounted amount. Then of course we charge VAT on the discounted amount, and then we add the two together to give us the gross amount, which is your total overall. In order to calculate the net amount, you will see that in this case we have two different sets of products that we have bought. So you get the total of one item and then the other item and plug it together. So I will just straighten total into that one single box. So we've got 15 chopping boards times £19.80 per set. That will give me the cost or the total for the chopping boards. We do the same thing for the knives. So I will just plus in there and open another bracket. In my case, we've got 20 knives, which cost us £15.45 each. So we multiply and add together. Then we find the net amount after discount. That will mean we're looking at £606 that we want to deduct VAT from. We want to deduct the net. We want to deduct the discount amount of 5%. So I can choose to multiply that by 95% straight away, or I can multiply 606 by 0.05, then I will deduct the figure I get from 606, and that will leave me with my net after discounts. Then we're going to charge VAT on that net amount. I'm going to add my net amount plus the VAT to give me the total. We will then look to entering the invoice amount into my sales daybook, and we're literally just filling in the gaps. The item was sold on the 15th of June x1, so I throw that same date in there. Who did you sell it to? THS. And I have my invoice number. The total will be coming from the table above. The VAT, we've already calculated that as well. And the net, we have calculated that. Do bear in mind the net is the net after discount, because that is now the money that the business is going to be getting. That is their own money, not the discounted amount. The trade discount is not accounted for anywhere. It's just like you come to me, I'm supposed to sell you this pen for £20, but I've then ended up selling it to you for £19. I have business with £19. and it's £19 that I would enter into my account and forget about the fact that there's £20. Okay. The next thing is to identify what accounts would you debit and credit, and you need to connect with dead click if you know your double entry using dead click. In this case, a credit sale has taken place, so sale is increasing. You have charged VAT on that sale. VAT on sales is a liability which is increasing, and then somebody is owing you THS Limited. Your debtors is also increasing. So we have our debtors balance increasing, and debtors is under dead. That is to say, debit expenses, assets, and drawings. Dead indicates to me when any of those items are increasing, you will debit. So that means that debtors is increasing, it is an asset, so I will debit the debtors account. With the total amount that is owed. I would also have VAT that is affected, and the sales is also affected. The VAT will carry a credit entry for the VAT amount because it's a liability that is increasing. You also have sales, which is income under click, which is also increasing. So we have debited debtors, credited VAT, credited sales with a sales invoice, a credit sales. I hope this has been useful. Please follow us, like us, connect with us on all the social media platforms. And if this video has been useful to you, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Adios.